Well, if you're into dirt bikes, into riding dirt bikes, you don't need a second invitation to come here to Coffs Harbour on the New South Wales mid-north coast. 6 hours north of Sydney, about 3 hours south of Goldie, 3 minutes away from some of the finest riding country on the planet, which has got a lot to do with why we brought the Transmoto 8 hour out here to a place called Yulong, which is about sort of 30 kilometres inland from there, where we met Jake Gardner and the boys from Midcoast Moto, a new Beta dealership here in Coffs Harbour. And we keep hearing great stories about how they're some of the customers actually get the opportunity to go ride with Jake and the boys in the country right behind here. So let's go hook up with the boys. Take us back, Jake. So you moved from Sydney up here to Coffs Harbour on the mid New South Wales coast when you were 6 years old.
Yep.
Mercedes mechanic for 10 years, but the whole time you're a devout motocross guy, really into it. Tell us about how the dealership came out of that. Is it melding those sort of two passions in your life of riding moto and mechanical work?
Got a job straight out of school as a Mercedes technician, which was pretty cool. But always wanted to do something with bikes, but was a little bit didn't want to get burnt out, But 10 years in, found still bikes were my passion, and then myself and my business partner sort of thought there was maybe a little gap in the market and wanted to do what we were passionate about. So
I think I asked you a little earlier on, you said, I'm like, why Beta? And Beta, depends on where you're from. But the fact that this is just such a, enduro riding paradise. There's so many enduro guys around here, you can ride literally out of the shop. It's almost like a perfect brand to have in this part of the world.
Yeah, we found it was a good fit. That was one of the big reasons. The Coffs is such a good region for enduro riding. We're spoilt. There's so much good stuff, so much variety, and it's so close. We can ride straight out of the shop. 3 k's and we're in the bush. So it's pretty unreal. And we thought it had to be a enduro brand. I saw the Betas and just love the way they look. I think they look amazing, and the model range is so diverse that we thought it fit really well here, and we're stoked to be working with them.
And talking to customers, where are you seeing those people come from? People disillusioned with the Japanese brands who are not updating their enduro bikes for years on end. People who want to. What is it that drives them, do you think, to come in and grab a Beta? Usually it's trying a thing, right? Riding one of their mates' bikes.
I think most of it, is a lot of people just want to change. Price point's part of it as well. They're very well priced, and a lot of people are in love with the carburetor. They still want a carby, so we sell a lot of 2-strokes, based off that, and just the fact that how they ride and off the back of demo rides a lot. People jump on them and just fall in love with the things a lot of the time.
Yeah, a lot of guys I know own Betas, and they I think they've said it's refreshing in that the customer service is like they'll tell you that story over and over again. Is it because of the scale? It's not obviously it's not a boutique brand. It's been around for 115 years from Italy, but it's not one of these big. Now you get much more personalised service, and I know that's something that the guys Larry Australia pride themselves on, that sort of customer service. Is that also something that's a real focus as a dealer as well?
Yeah, for sure. We pride ourselves on that as well. After sales service and just being personable and guys you can just relate to and talk to. It's good. We can just pick up the phone and speak to someone on the other end. It's not quite so corporate. They're easy to deal with, and the support is great. The parts availability's been on point. It's really good, especially through these tough times with COVID and that. It's been good.
But probably the big thing that stands out in I guess as part of that customer service is actually engaging your customer. I know that I saw you brought some of your staff and a couple of customers up to the Transmoto 8 hour. We've got 30 k's west of here, up at Yulong. But also having access to such an incredible variety of terrain and being able to actually go out. I know you commit, a bunch of demo bikes here. That's not every dealer, particularly one at the CBD, can do that, right?
Yeah, for sure. We try and keep 4 demo bikes in rotation at any one time, and we love it, you know, we're the same as, you know, the average consumer, you know. We love riding, we love racing, and we're just blessed that Coffs has, you know, got the terrain that we can go and enjoy it, you know. Whether it's racing or trail riding, we're out there most weekends.
So who's the trail boss, mate? Do you leave the boys man the you're always the guy, right, or do you rotate a little bit with some of your staff?
Mostly it's me, yeah, I'd say. The boys come out and, you know, help me out for sure, but I try and, you know, plan things out to the best of my ability to make a good ride.
And you got a huge range. Even, you know, I've sort of said the four strokes. You got 350, 394, 430, 480. They're stepping on each other's toes, but they've all got quite different character. And I think you said before, one of the beauties of having the ability to go demo riding with these guys is you get the right guy on the right bike. So someone who might have in his head, that's the model for me. But actually, when he goes for a ride, he's buying the right bike, right? So it's not flogging him because it doesn't, you know, he's 50 kilos wringing wet and it's on a 480.
Yeah, exactly. We're big believers in that, getting the right person on the right bike, because there's no sense having someone, struggling. You know, they're not going to come back. You know, we want satisfied customers, and the best way to do that is to demo ride, you know, and try and compare as many models as you can and get the right person on the right bike. It's very important to us.
Betas were they weren't around much, not in Coffs Harbour. Like, I think there was one person we knew that had a beta, an older one. And I looked at it and said, it's a sexy looking bike. And I was talking to Blaze about the Sherco, he's like, just hold off. I'm like, yeah, righto. And we did demo day at my house around the motocross track, and I fell in love with that motor, the 250, just the ease of it, and the power, so fun. It was just the fun factor, even after that day, I was just raving to the missus. She's like, you want one, don't you? I'm like, yeah, shit, yeah. So I got the racing and haven't looked back. It is a family MCM, I've met probably a dozen people that ride bikes because of having a beta. There's a couple of young fellas on 200s in Coffs now, and they're up and coming, and they, we put up MCM at the motocross or one of the sprint series, and everyone comes together, you're meeting all new people, and you've got the same passion. So it's been really good, yeah.
Yeah, so it's my first ever two-stroke, and I just wouldn't look back. Never change. It's just perfect for what I do now out in the State Forest. The technical stuff, just how light it is, how responsive it is. Just love the 250, so yeah, it's just well built. Even when I turned up, pick up the bike, new bike feeling, it's always, there's nothing that can compare to a new bike feeling. And the bike's sitting there, it's all prepped up, ready to go, shiny as. Jake had everything put on it straight away. If everyone needed anything, I'd ring them up. I'm real bad for leaving things to the last minute. Ring up Jake or any other boys in there, and they just, got on the shelf, come get it, we'll stay back or whatever. Nothing's ever a hassle. Even getting parts that, I wanted a HGS exhaust system on it, which, it's not readily available, especially with COVID and whatnot. Went out of their way to get it. So it's just real handy to have someone there that's just gonna, look after your needs and, understand. So yeah, real helpful having that, especially in town.
Getting an invite to come along is fantastic. I've got a new dealer like Jake, he's 30 years old, so excited. Customer service focused, which fits in with our philosophy with the brand. That's what we want. We want happy customers. We want people to be part of the Beta family, and you can see it here. Jake and his friends and his customers. It's fantastic. So something that we do pride ourselves on and try really hard to do is have 100% spare parts backup. The brand is certainly not new at 104 years old, but relatively in Australia, we've got some brand awareness issues. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that every single customer that we bring on board can get what they need and get it quickly and not have any hold-ups. Trying to find people that really give good customer service, have sound workshops, and give the customers what they need.
Yeah, no, we're very lucky. It's good. We definitely make the most of it, being able to ride straight out the shop and into the bush and hit the trails. So yeah, we're very thankful.